Hi everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Video Game Dad, a show that's going native. I'm the Video Game Dad, and with me as always is the Video Game Kid. In 1983, Sega released its first console. It was a commercial failure, so that's probably why you've never heard of it. However, in 1985, they released their second console. And although it wasn't a failure, it didn't come close to cracking Nintendo's domination in the 80s. However, the Master System did have quite a number of standout titles, including the game we're playing today about gathering fruit and throwing hammers at snails. Come join us as we play...
Wonder Boy!
That's right, today we are playing Wonder Boy for the Sega Master System. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah.
Alright then. This is going to be another case of me trying not to sing Tenacious D lyrics the whole time. And this time it's actually more appropriate because the game's actually called Wonder Boy. Goodness. The game's actually called Wonder Boy, just like the song. You are, and I'm sorry. Poor kid's got a bad cough here, so hopefully the recording's not too awful to listen to, but, you know, even if it is, we're still having fun, right?
Yeah.
So, this is Wonder Boy. Believe it or not, this is not actually the version I've played. The version I played is the Game Gear version, which I have learned actually since... Ooh, goodness. Whoa, no! Rocks! Don't shriek like that, please.
Kill the rocks!
Those are snails.
Oh.
Yeah, oh. I've learned actually since I started doing this channel that the Game Gear is basically just a portable Master System. Oh. And also worth noting that this is our first Master System game. But I've actually learned that, what? I don't understand the bonus stage. I've actually learned that the Game Gear is basically it's a portable Master System. A lot of the games are exact, if not nearly exact, ports of Master System games. And so that's why pretty much all of the Master System library is actually on the Game Gear. There's only
We can't read Spanish.
Nope. There's only a few exceptions that I can think of, mostly because of the Master System's thing of doing the 3D, which I talked about. I cannot remember. It's been a long time since I talked about the Master System. It has a few games that do like pseudo 3D, where basically it just jitters the image left and right every other frame, and it simulates 3D, and then when you put on their special Master System glasses, it actually makes it look like 3D.
Is this a two-player game?
No, this is a one-player game. Well, I think actually maybe it is two-player. Yeah, you want to try it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this will move you, and this is jump, and that throws hammers. So give it a shot, really. You gotta jump. Ooh, go get the skateboard. Don't fall in the water. Oh no!
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a handful of Master System games that like physically couldn't be ported to the Game Gear. And then there's a few Game Gear games that were released when you gotta jump that gap there. Ooh, okay. I'm actually surprised you made that. You gotta jump, goofball. Try not to hit that button because that pauses.
Why?
Because sometimes you need to pause when you're playing a game. You know, if you need to go to the bathroom or your mom's getting on your case to go do some chores. Dude, you keep jumping in the water. Uh-oh. No, not restart. Oh, we're starting over at the beginning. Oh, no, this is the worst. Oh, well.
You're starting all over at
I am starting all over again. That's okay. You just made a mistake because you didn't read the screen. That's okay. I understand. I've done that too.
Sometimes I do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I jump in water.
Yeah. So because of the timeline of...
I like water.
Yeah, it's fun to swim, but apparently Wonder Boy cannot swim.
Why?
I don't know, because he's a guy that can't swim. Well, on the plus side, we get to have another chance at this bonus round here.
Get the hearts.
Yeah, I gotta get the hearts. Here I was under the impression that you wanted to collect all the things, but no, you want to collect not purses. Whatever. So because of the timeline of when the Game Gear came out, there's actually a few games that are just like, their versions...
Don't get the snake or the fire.
Yeah. Sound advice. There's a few Game Gear games that are like their versions of Sega Genesis games. They're just like massively watered down versions, like the Garfield game that we played. That was a, ooh, that trampoline is risky business.
It was
Mostly.
the first or the third.
The Garfield game that we played?
Yeah.
No, that was like 10th. I don't know, I don't actually remember. I know I had a Lion King game for my Game Gear that was, better on the Genesis.
Try to not jump on the water like I did.
Yeah, I know. Now I gotta get a skateboard. Pew pew pew, I'm a skateboarding dude. So anyway, we're not, whoops. I had my hands on the wrong buttons.
Uh-oh.
Womp womp. We're not talking about the Game Gear. We're talking about Wonder Boy. Yay, Wonder Boy! There's a secret to his powers. I wonder what it is. Crap, I promised I wasn't gonna do that. Yeah, Wonder Boy. It's an interesting little game. This is like, of the proper Wonder Boy series, this is the only game that actually is more of like a side-scroller, kind of like Mario. But not really, because you have to collect fruit. Oh no! Oh, I'm dead! I expected it to go back up. That was bummer poo. Crap, I did the same thing. The later ones in the Wonder Boy series actually take more of a, okay, we're gonna continue this time. They take more of an action RPG bent, where there's like, upgrades and skill trees, and like, it gets crazy complex.
Wait, can you move your...
Whoa. If you're more of a Nintendo kid, fun little fact about this game. It does actually exist on the NES.
I like cats.
Yeah, Allison likes cats. But because of licensing restrictions, it's actually published under a different
You can
name.
call me Alice.
Oh, okay, we're supposed to call you Alice, I forgot. Yay, I made it to the creepy cave. Because of licensing, this game is published under a different name on the Nintendo systems. It's actually Adventure Island, which probably is the more well-known version.
No.
But I'd
It's some kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm in a cave. I never actually had any of the Adventure Island games, so I didn't hear of Adventure Island until well into my adulthood. And so, like, when I finally discovered it, it was just like, wow, this is weirdly like Wonder Boy. And that's because it is Wonder Boy. If you've played Adventure Island and this game looks weirdly familiar to you, that's because this is the original Adventure Island. I think that thing is gonna kill me.
What thing?
Ouch.
Then run from it.
I can't, it's following behind me and it's sucking up my fruit.
What fruit?
The fruit that I'm having to eat that gives me... Well, I got the doll, and I'm dead. Okay, remind me not to get the spotted egg next time.
Don't get the spotted egg.
Thank you, that was very helpful. As Adventure Island, this game basically went on to have its own series, because as I mentioned before, Wonder Boy sort of evolved into an action... Goodness. Wonder Boy sort of evolved into an action RPG, whereas...
I got allergies.
Yeah, you do, I'm sorry. Wonder Boy kind of evolved into an action RPG, whereas Adventure Island stayed more true to the original-ish way. And so there was a bunch of Adventure Island games on the NES. I think it went all the way up to...
We got started all over again.
No, this is actually a new level. I think it went up to Adventure Island 3 on the NES. I'm not sure. I think it went up to 3 on the NES. And then there was Super Adventure Island... And maybe a few more. I honestly don't know.
Once
But I
the
mean,
timer rings, we need to stop.
Yep. But there were quite a few. Wonder Boy had something like 4 games in the series. I honestly can't remember. As I mentioned before, I had this game on the Game Gear. I didn't actually have it on the Master System.
Don't get that.
That's a spider. We had a Master System.
Spider!
We just had a few different games on the Master System, but then I think I actually ended up having more games on the Game Gear. Just because I liked the portability of it. Oh wow, I just jumped right into that boss's face. That was dumb. So anyway.
Are we
Stop.
stuck?
No, we're back at 4. That's not too bad. We're not too far back. A fun little mechanic of this game. I guess kind of fun, I don't know. I mean, as you see, I've been
Jump
collecting...
over snowbacks.
Those are rocks. As you see, I've been
No,
jumping
they're
over...
snails.
No, they're rocks.
Snails.
Okay, fine, they're snails. I've been collecting fruit as we go along. That's basically because you have to. Like, you have to collect fruit. Okay. You have to collect the fruit as you go along. Like, it's not like the coins in Mario where it's like you can collect them and you get an extra life. Yay, bully for you. No, you have to collect the fruit or you will die. Like, if, as you see, as I'm going along, the bar up at the top, it's kind of a timer, but it's kind of a life bar.
Tomatoes are fruit.
Yep, tomatoes are fruit. I don't know what the mushroom did. As I go through, the bar goes down. And so it's kind of like a timer, but then I have to collect the fruit and it makes it go back up. It's an interesting mechanic, and they kept to that in the later Adventure Island games. I don't know if they stuck to that in the Wonder Boy games. I imagine it would make that kind of difficult for an action RPG. I don't know, man.
We haven't played this before.
No, not on the show. I played it. This was a game that I had when I was a kid. I had it on my Game Gear, which we've talked about the game. Oh no, frog! It's Wonder Boy, man. As you do, whoops! Oh no! My jump button stuck. That was crummy. As you do with most games, you just run around and kill wildlife. But the trouble is that since you don't actually start with a weapon...
There's more games just like this.
There are more games just like this. But as you see, I don't actually start with a weapon. You have to collect the hammer, so if you die in the middle, it makes things a lot more difficult. Ah, dang it. And I know with the Adventure Island games, like...
If you die, you have to start over again.
Yeah, we just gotta continue. I think we have a limited... I'm not sure. We might have a limited number of continues. I really don't know. Probably, because this is an old game, and old games are cheap like that. Oh.
Can I play?
You want to play again? Oh no! Okay. Alright, you can go ahead and take over. You don't actually start with your weapon. You have to collect it. You gotta move, silly. And that makes things a little complicated if you die in the middle of the level. And I know it's... Oops.
That's funny.
That's funny. I know with the later Adventure Island games, like, you can actually upgrade your weapon if you hold on to it long enough. I don't think I've held on to my weapon long enough to know how far the upgrades get in this game. Like, I know you can get the skateboard. What are you doing? That is not how you play games. You goofy kid. You're a silly goose. I do find it pretty interesting that the bosses of this game, it's basically just the same dude with a different head. I mean, like, as you saw, as we defeated that first boss, his head just kind of floated off, and then he grew a new one, and we faced the same boss at the end. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I'm sure there's a plot to this game. Okay. Well, I was invincible, so I was just plowing through them. Oh no!
My turn.
Your turn again? Alright.
It's a share fair.
Yeah, it is a share fair. So one of the more... Oh no!
Ow.
Womp womp.
Your turn.
Oh, ouch! That sounded like it hurt. Well, we've burned through a whole bunch of continues, so I'm thinking maybe we do have unlimited continues, just... It resets your score. Because, you know, in older games, score mattered.
Kill the snails.
Yeah. In older games, score mattered, but, you know, it just resets the score when you get a game over.
So cute.
Yeah. And I guess the fruit also gives you points. But the more important function... Can you stop interrupting me, please? The more important function of the fruit is keeping you alive. So, you know, it's like real life. You need to eat food to not die. So yeah, this is one of those games, it's kind of like, as far as the jumping goes, it's kind of like Ghosts and Goblins, where you can't really adjust your trajectory.
What is Ghosts and Goblins?
It is a crazy, stupid, difficult game. But it's kind of a scary game, and I know you said you didn't want to do a scary game. We might do that one eventually, but it's probably going to be a while. But...
Do what one?
Ghosts and Goblins.
No,
Oh,
no
dang it.
Scary games.
Okay, fine. No scary games. Not for now, anyway. It's kind of like that. I mean, this game is not as punishingly difficult as Ghosts and Goblins. But basically, like, the similarities...
Uh-oh.
What?
You're getting low.
Oh no! Oh no!
Boom.
Womp.
Womp, womp, womp.
Alright, this is our last guy, so we're gonna see how far we can get on this, and then call it a day. Anyway, as far as similarities to Ghosts and Goblins,
Fall in
it's...
the water. No more boy.
Yep. It's similar to Ghosts and Goblins in that the jump trajectory can't be changed in mid-flight. Oh, dang it. Those platforms always mess me up.
No more.
Alright, I want to try it one more time. You can kind of slow yourself down once you start jumping, but you can't actually change your trajectory. It threw me off when I first started.
One more. If you die again, it's time for the breathing treatment already.
Yeah. But it's also similar in that, like Ghosts and Goblins is a little more forgiving in that you've got 2 hits. Because, I mean, again, that game is stupidly difficult. But in this game, it's 1 hit and you're done. So I know there's a lot of other games that are 1 hit and you're done, but Ghosts and Goblins is what immediately comes to mind. Seriously, if you've not played any of the Ghost series, oh, dang it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is for real our last life. I think I've run out of things to say, so hopefully I can get...
Hopefully we can just stare at the game.
Yeah. Hopefully I can get far enough that I can justify quitting. Dang it. I didn't get very far. Alright, so after a little bit of time with Wonder Boy on the Master System, what did you think?
Well, yeah. I liked it.
Okay, and what did you like about it?
Throwing hammer at the snail, the water, and getting the girl.
Okay, is there anything about this game that you didn't like?
Getting smushed by rocks.
And if you could give this game a rating, what would it be?
5 dogs.
Okay then, 5 dogs. As an example of an early platform game, this one is fairly decent. It's nowhere near as revolutionary as the likes of Mario, but it still has a few things that set it apart. For example, the need to keep yourself healthy with the collection of fruit, and the fact that you have no way of harming enemies when you first start, being chief among them. Though the Master System was limited as far as its sound capabilities based on the technology at the time, the music in this game really isn't great. The loop of the main tune is only 30 seconds, and fairly repetitive at that. Conversely, the controls are super precise, though the inability to change the direction of your jump could frustrate some players. Overall, a pleasant experience, and an easy one for anybody to pick up and play. Well, that's all the time that we have for this week, guys. As always, if you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to give us a like and a comment down below, and of course...
subscribe.
That's right, hit that subscribe button if you want your daily dose of our wackiness. We will see you guys next time, and until then, keep playing.